So I picked up this like 2000-ish, I can't remember the exact year, Silverado for like pennies on the dollar a few weeks back. And J-Dog and I went and picked it up, and we even drove it home, and it drove fine, ran and drove great, stopped perfect. I mean, there's no issues with it. We drove it down to the car wash, we washed it, we came back, we drove around town with it for a little bit, and then we left for like a week, and we come back and went to go, were we taking it to lunch or something? Went to go take it to lunch, and we hopped in it, and brake pedal all the way to the floor, and it doesn't, I guess it does want to pump up a little bit. Still sags though. So I'm not 100% sure what's wrong with it. When we did pick it up, it had like the ABS and the parking brake light on the dash. That's pretty common on these old trucks, but I don't know. We're gonna kind of tear into it and see what we can find, and then we'll fix it. But if you look up here, at some point, and I haven't really crawled underneath this thing, at some point in this thing's life, it's had a lot of new brake lines on it. Like, I mean, those aren't even showing rust yet, you know, but they did put a bunch of couplers in it. So there's like one here, or compression union, one here, but like all four brake lines that run to the back, there's another compression union down there. All four that run to the back look new, at least relatively new, you know, especially when you compare it like to the frame here. So that's the one that runs up to the front and then loops around to the other side. But we're gonna go ahead and get her pulled inside and then try and do it. I don't have a fancy ABS bleed tool, so I can kind of show you my trick on how I bleed ABS systems without one of those, if that is indeed what happens. But yeah, stay tuned. We'll go ahead and pull it inside so I'm not laying in the grass and see what we find. Alright, got her inside, time to crawl up underneath it, start poking my eyes on little things and see what we see. See if we see any things leaking. But driving in here, my foot, the gas pedal does not pump up when it's running. It was only when it did it when it was off. My foot is like through the floorboard, just idling in here, and then the final little to get her stopped. So, you probably heard it.
Yeah, you could definitely hear it.
But it just is weird because, like I said, it literally ran and drove fine, perfect. There was no brake fade, no, oh, hey, this pedal, I got to pump it up to stop, and nothing. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. And then we parked it here, and I don't know.
Haven't touched it.
Yeah, literally haven't touched it, and the brakes go out. So, I mean, I'm sure it's something pretty simple. New line, I don't know. It might, maybe somehow air guts. I have no idea. We're gonna figure it out. If we don't see any leaks, we'll start trying to bleed them and see where we can go from there. But yeah.
We got some puddles.
Alright, so obviously these fuel lines are super crusty, so I'm trying to get a better angle on the light. But go ahead and pump it, Jalen. Keep going. You see it right there. And it drips. Okay, you can stop. So one of these lines above the fuel lines coming from the ABS block is leaking. It's like the worst spot possible too. But I guess we'll go ahead and patch her up.
All right, Dusty boy, what's the update?
Progress update, yeah. Super dirty. Line's leaking from the rear brake on the master cylinder, the line that runs to the ABS block. It's leaking like right where it goes over. I took a video, right where it goes over, up and over the fuel lines. So I'm gonna try, fingers crossed, take it out of the ABS block. The lines don't look too bad. I mean, as far as like the the flare nuts going into the ABS block. They don't look too bad. So hopefully I can break that loose, no problem. And then before it gets up to the master, there is a coupler. I might try and take it loose at the coupler. If I can't get that loose, then I'll just take it apart all the way up at the master and then replace that whole line. So fingers crossed I can get this out of there and get a new one in it without breaking a bunch of things. So here goes nothing. So we got the line out of there. It's a little bit of a pain, but thankfully it came right out of the master cylinder. Like I said, these didn't look too terrible. I mean, the line's a little crusty, but our split is right there. You can see it looks like it was maybe bouncing and rubbing on something. That's kind of why it's, a little mangled there. So that's our hole. There's the other end. So right now I'm cutting the fittings off of it. And then we'll go, I don't have any line. I don't think I have any brake fluid, so we're gonna go, which is shocking. We're gonna go buy a big old roll of brake line, reuse our fittings, flare them, get some brake fluid, shove it back in there, and then bleed an ABS system without an ABS bleed scan tool. So basically involves us driving around in the gravel really fast and then trying to slam on the brakes to get them to, rattle, push the air out, bleed them, another lap, bleed them. It's a fun process. It's a little scary because usually we'll be coming back through here and we'll hit the brakes all the way over here and it'll take us all the way up to the front in order to get stopped. But works pretty good. So that's what we'll do. We're gonna run to the parts store, buy some stuff, check back in. So we just ran to the parts store and got back, and we got ourselves a roll of brake line, like a gallon of brake fluid, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and I already cut one end off, but cut the other end off. We'll flare one end, put the thing on. Probably do the ABS side, get that screwed in, and then run our line out, and then cut that to length, and then connect those together. So we got our really cheap Harbor Freight flaring kit. I've used it a couple times. It works okay. I'm used to using the hydraulic one. I don't have one of those anymore. And those are super nice, really easy, but those make you work for it a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and stretch this line out and make something happen. There it goes. Cut it close enough. Tough.
Gotta do it again.
A pair of pliers.
Also, on our way back from the parts store, we stopped at the gas station and they had like an event going on. And we got not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 Celsiuses and a koozie and a bag, all from Celsius, because they were at the gas station and the event was like about to end and the guy was like, just take them all. So shout out to Celsius for not making me go buy an energy drink.
Alright, so got our line a little stretched out. I'm gonna snake this through and then cut it. But most important step in doing this before you flare the end of it is make sure you slide that bad boy on there, because I can't tell you how many times I've flared my line and been like, man, that's a good flare, and then the nut is sitting on the table. So we slide that on first and then we flare. So here we'll cut to me flaring it. Yep. back up, check her out. Solid quality, $10 flare. So now we'll go fight this thing and snake it back through. Screw it on, and cut the other end and connect those up. I just shove this bag girl through there. Like that. And crawl up underneath it and try and drag it down to where it needs to be. So let's see if I can get it. Might have to have J-Dog help. Maybe unwind a little more or something. But let's see where we're at. Okay, we're way off. We're all the way over here. So, let's bring this. Back this way. By the way, this absolutely sucks on your back. This is so much easier to do up in the air. We gotta end up.
Look at how much space I'm doing this with.
I'm gonna give it a little bendy bend so I can get it so it goes straight into the block and then tighten her down. So, and then bend it out of the way of kind of some of the stuff up under here, and then we connect her right back up there. Which that might be kind of a pain to put a flare on now that I'm looking at it. I don't know.
You're gonna find out.
Yeah, we're gonna find out. Got it. We're tight in here. Oh. I have to grab that. But at least I got that on there. Okay. Oh, it's all the way down there too. Watch out real quick. Alright, you can come back in here.
Watch him drop it again.
Probably will.
I think you don't have enough space.
Definitely is a tight squeeze.
You know?
Can't tell if it's actually flaring the line or if it's just pushing the line back through it. Can't really tell.
Only one way to find out.
Tighten all the way down. She lost a lot of fluid. Now we'll try and bleed them and get a little bit of pedal. That way we can drive it around and mash on the brakes to get the ABS to do its modulation thing. So yeah, gonna. Got her pulled out. Now here's the scary part, is we're gonna, it has like no brakes. I mean, look at this. Finally stopped. So we're gonna get her up to speed, I don't know, 30 mile an hour or something, and then try and lock them up. So hopefully you'll hear the tires skid a bit and her kind of vibrate, you know, get the ABS pulsating. Because when I was bleeding, there's no air coming out, it's just, you know, just straight fluid. And obviously there's a ton of air in the system because we took that whole line out that runs from the master cylinder all the way down to the ABS block. So we gotta get all that air out of there, all the air out of the ABS system. So we're gonna try and shake things up a little bit. Yeah, see how this goes. Hopefully we can get stopped and there's nobody coming towards us. There goes nothing. So, bad news though. It didn't try and hit the ABS, it just locked up the back brakes. So, try again, I guess? I don't know. ABS light is on in here. So maybe the ABS system's not working, which would kind of put a wrench in our plans. I don't know. Let's try it again. I need the ABS to pulse. So far, it didn't feel like we had any front brakes there. It felt like we only had back brakes. Obviously, doing this too, you also risk blowing another line because my foot is like going through the floor trying to stop this thing. Let's see what happens.
It's like Space Mountain at Disney World.
Probably see our tire tracks sliding here. It's just sliding the back tires. Let's give it one more go. They're gonna go a little hotter this time. Good thing we got plenty of gas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, this truck drives so good, it just lost the brakes, so.
Who needs to stop anyways?
Yeah, all gas, no brakes. It's got some brakes. Not that many, though.
You just gotta brake way before you need to.
Yeah, you gotta brake down a mile before you need to.
You gotta predict it. Lift off.
Really getting after this time.
Oh my god.
It just slides them. I don't know. We'll try and lead it again, I guess, and see if we get any air out of it at all. But that's kind of a bummer.
Cow
I don't know.
bummer,
There
dude.
might maybe there is an issue with the ABS system. We'll crack some lines and find out.
Yep. Another one.
Yep. Take two. Still just slides the back, so I don't know. We're gonna have to figure something out. So check back in when I got a better idea.
It's keeping you on your toes, Chase.
Yeah, battery I think exploded in the whole other gold Silverado, so we're gonna take the battery out of this gold Silverado. Put it in there so we can keep messing with it.
You know, this is what happens when you get a $500 truck.
I should go get power tools or something, but I'm not a smart man. So I'm gonna just sit here and struggle with this.
Well, this is, you know, the one that's, you know, 10 feet away from your thing instead of walking all the way over to the other side of the building and making your life easy.
Sure, if that's what you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
You're a pain. And of course, for some reason, I decided to actually put the battery tie down in this to make my life even more enjoyable.
So why would you ever take it out?
I don't know. I don't know why I would ever tie the battery down. These things are useless. All they do is make life difficult. And that's what this is doing to me right now. Making life difficult.
You did it to yourself.
I did it to myself.
Alright, Chase, give the update.
Quick update. So, scan tool does not ABS bleed that I have. ABS is not working. Tracked it down. I was able to at least pull the code for the ABS system, and it told me front right wheel speed sensor is not working. So I ohmed it out, and I was getting nothing, like no continuity, nothing between the posts. So somewhere in here, I assume there's either split in the wire or sensor's bad, you know, something like that. So we're gonna pull it out, gonna go get a new one, toss it back together, see if maybe I can fix the ABS system as well. All right, so we got the old one out. You can see the wire rubbed through there. So we went to the store and got a new one. Got it already bolted on in there. Just moved the shims over from this one to the new one. And then now we're just gonna run this thing up, plug it in, you know, tie it back, and hope all is good in the neighborhood. So, we're gonna get this put back together and then test it out.
I feel like it doesn't even say what it is on here.
Sensor. That's the part number.
Whatever, dude. We testing it again.
New revelations though, with the new wheel speed sensor. ABS light's still on, but the parking brake light turned off. So, I'm gonna do a lap, see if we can get the ABS to pulse on us. Fingers crossed, because I'm tired of messing with this thing. I think it did.
That means another lap, right?
Yeah, let's do one more. Do it again. I think it pulsed on that time.
That felt a lot better.
It did feel a lot better. So we'll pulse them again. Go back in there, bleed them. Hopefully we get a little air, and then we'll have to do this a couple times. But
progress.
that was promising. Yeah, we're gonna go a little faster this time. Tired of messing around.
Put a little dip on your chip.
Yep. It did feel way better. That was worse. It actually locked him up that time. Let's do one more lap. Let's see. I'm not gonna go as fast, I guess, this time. We'll see if it's better that way.
Could be like gravel.
Well, you're supposed to do this on gravel.
Oh.
Yeah. That way,
I'm just a girl.
That way it does lock them up, or that way it, tries to skid. Because you don't pavement, and it'll just stop like normal. But like if you had like a wet pavement, you can do it on that. Gravel or dirt. We're all good. Whew.
You can see the like tire tracks of you just launching.
I don't know. We're gonna go in here and bleed them and see if anything changed, I guess. Next attempt. I think it's still just locking them out.
There's a bunny. Yeah.
Just sliding them. I don't know.
Chase is extremely hopeful now.
I'm not hopeful. It's already done. We didn't record any of it. We should have, but
My quads are on fire.
yeah, I bought a last night. I was like messing with it, and I was getting underneath it, trying to bleed the ABS block and stuff, and I wasn't getting any air out of it. I was getting just a little bit of fluid. Like it was fluid every time, no air, but not like a ton of fluid. So I went ahead and then I worked even farther forward that, and I basically had Jalen pump it up, and then I was cracking the lines on the master cylinder. And the rear one was like, I'm talking the second I would crack it, just shooting fluid out of it. Like it was super strong. The front one, it wouldn't even shoot anything out. Really no air, nothing. So I went ahead and ran down to the store this morning and bought a master cylinder bleed kit, like one of the plastic ones. So I screwed that in and looped it. And the second we got all the air out of that, which there's a bunch, then I put the lines back on, crawled back underneath it, bled the ABS again. It was a lot better. Bled the backs, and then the fronts. And now, I mean, the pedal is really good if you look down here. Just like it should be. So, I think we got her fixed. Super exciting. So,
We're gonna do another Space Mountain test though.
no.
That's exactly what we're doing.
Why would we do that? There's no point now. They work.
Then what are we doing?
Just driving around. Making sure they stay working. But, yeah. A couple busted knuckles later. She's good to go. It's exciting. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we can sell this back grill and then find us something else to make a video about. But peace out, YouTube. Why are you still recording?
Because you're 100% doing Space Mountain.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Fine.
We didn't even make it to the fence.
Look at that braking distance.
It's kind of baloney.
So much better.
Let's go break them again.
Sweet. No.
All right, peace out.
Peace out.